Yeah, so I think we're recording now. So just click enter.
Enter.
Yeah. So yeah, you have like a Kotlin file right now where you can, create your Kotlin function. So just create your main function. You forgot the font keyword. Or click enter. I think you should generate it. There's already a shortcut. Okay, you forgot your two braces. Your open and close bracket at the front of the function. Yeah. Okay, cool. So now you can just paste your code inside of this block and click run, and I think everything should run fine.
Yeah, let me get the code.
Okay.
Okay, code.
The code you copied had the main function inside of it.
Yeah, so which one should I
So
remove?
remove the outer one. So another interesting thing about Kotlin is that Kotlin supports function inside of another function. So even when you wrote like an outer function and created another one inside, there was no issue because Kotlin actually supports that.
Okay, why am I having a problem here?
Okay. Why do you think you are having a problem? Yeah, currently in the file there are two problems, and if you look to the right, you see the two like red mark at the edge of the screen to show you where the problems are. So why do you think you're having a problem?
Reduce race power 2.
First of all, you should fix like there's an extra bracket at the bottom, an open brace at the bottom, which isn't supposed to be there.
Out.
So yeah, what will happen is I would like you to just quickly go through, explain the code to us and like what you wrote.
Okay, first of all, this print line says
You can start from the top.
the top.
Yeah.
Import kotlin.mat.py. That should explain that I'm running a Kotlin file and I'm running a math. I want to do a calculation with which is going to include, which is about pi, or calculating the area of a circle, which is going to be 22.7. Then the fun main is the main function, where every other code will be in between. Then the first one is the print line, which this is supposed to prompt the person to enter the radius of the circle. Val radius equals to read the line. Read line means it will read and that's to convert this to double. Or no, I did not understand this null well. And I was having
hope you didn't use ChatGPT for this your assignment. Yeah, but yeah, so the next
on my own, to be sincere, but I would like to understand everything.
Yeah, so to the next line, what's happening in the next line?
The area, it's the calculation here, which will be pi times the radius. I thought the radius, since it's pi r square, when I was learning some other programming language, I do radius raised to the power of 2 and it
Yeah.
works
Okay.
rather than doing the radius times the radius.
Yeah. Cool. So in that line you're trying to raise the radius to the power of 2, and that's like the formula for
Mm.
calculating the area of a circle, which is like pi r square. So
Yes.
yeah. So the last line, what's going on there?
The last line will print the area of a circle is the the percentage is supposed to print numbers. So
Okay.
then format. I don't understand what format is. Then the area.
Why why did you use it?
I got it from somewhere. I did not do that myself.
Okay. So if you just hover on it right now, like hover on the format, right?
Yeah.
Uh, you can see like what it does. It uses the string as a format and returns a string obtained. So you can kind of read what it does, right?
Yeah. Is
Yeah.
it format and return the string of thing?
So
Okay.
one thing I'm going to do is, first of all, for this issue that you're having here, is that um, in in um, in Kotlin, you don't raise to the power like this. You don't do it like this, right?
Okay.
You could either use, radius raised to the power of 2 is same thing as radius times radius, right?
Yes.
You could either do another like times radius, or you could use the math library that you imported initially and just do math dot power, and then you put in what you want to put in the power you want to raise the number to, right? So yeah,
Okay.
I mean the thought process is correct, and this is like a pretty simple assignment to calculate radius. The thought process is correct. It's just like some of the syntax and the parts that you don't understand. That is a bit of a problem. So I would like to explain this to you, but I think we'll quickly come back to this, and I'll just like one or two other people to also share their assignment. Then we can review everything together.
Okay.
Yeah, cool, great work, man.
Thank you, sir. So I can stop sharing.
Yeah. So who wants to go next? Who would like to go next? Who would like to present their who would like to present their assignments next? Should I call names? Why are you guys not speaking? You can unmute your mic and speak. Actually, this is a discussion. It's not a presentation, it's not a tutorial, it's a discussion. So you can unmute your mic and speak.
Sorry. Good evening,
Okay.
guys.
Yeah, good
I
evening,
don't know how
Chinaza.
to do the screen recording of this laptop stuff. I don't know how to be sharing on the screen.
Yeah, you're on your laptop, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you see like let me count the button: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there are like 8 buttons at the bottom of the screen. Can you see them? The ones with the
No.
reaction, where you have your mic, your
Okay.
mute. Exactly. So you see one with an arrow up, where there's a rectangle with an arrow inside pointing up.
Yeah.
So just click on it, and then you select your entire screen, so it will be easier to navigate between screens.
I'm actually on my phone. I didn't
Oh,
answer the
you're on your
button.
phone.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I don't think, did you is the code on your phone?
I think if I click on the link, yeah, I'll be able to go to GitHub this.
So do you want to present it from your phone?
Wait, I'm trying out like maybe I'll just be displaying the screen on my laptop.
Okay. You want to use your camera to like point to your laptop? I think that might be like a bit of a difficult process, and we might not see it clearly. So if anyone else is like on their laptop and would like to present and show us their assignments, please, you can raise up your hand, share your screen, and do your thing. Adheranti Manuel, Agu, Henry, Omolara, Soji, you guys can share your screen and present. Are you guys scared of presenting your own assignment, or you're the ones that actually did it? Okay, so who's sharing?
I want to use my phone to share.
Yeah, cool. You can do that if we can see it.
If you guys can see, please let me know. I'm already there.
Can you? Yeah, I can see your screen. Or can you like flip the phone, put it
Okay.
on landscape mode so it's a bit eligible?
Okay. Can you see now?
It's not that clear,
Hello?
but yeah, I can see. I can see it. Can you guys
Hi,
see?
guys.
Yeah, I can see it. I can see it, Emmanuel.
Okay. So
I
this
can
is
see
my
it, but
code.
it's actually very boring.
Okay.
It's very sorry. Can you see very well now?
Yeah, I can see it.
Hello. Yeah. This is my code actually. Yes. This is my assignment.
Okay. Can you explain it to us what you did?
Okay, so I imported the Kotlin file, the Kotlin library for pi to give me the value of pi.
Mm-hmm.
That's the first line. Then the main function with the syntax, the argument, array of strings, and all. Then the
Why?
next line is,
What's the
sir.
purpose? What's the purpose of the argument that you pass to the main function? That's interesting.
I know it does not do anything here, but then it is something I have been doing. So please, can you just don't mind me there?
Yeah, so I think it's nice to know it, because I know during the introduction we didn't really use that, but it's actually nice
Yes.
to know it. So if you are trying to run this application, let's say via the console, you could set initial arguments that you can access from your application. These are initial arguments that you run the application with. So you don't need to use input to get those values. You just get it from the array of arguments. So it's like compiler like the console argument that you want to set initially as your application is about to run. So you pass it to the main function like this. So yeah, continue.
Okay, so the value for the radius is I put it a read line so I can see like the user can just input the value for the radius they want, and I converted to it to double for the decimal.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, can you hear
Yeah,
me, please?
yeah, I can hear you now. So
Okay.
I wanted to ask,
Yes.
I wanted to ask,
Yes.
if this is nice, right? This is
Uh,
nice. You calculated the area of the circle and you printed it using
yes.
like string interpolation, which is nice. But I want to ask if anyone can point out some issues in this code. Did you run the code, Emmanuel?
Not really, not really. I thought it would work, so I did not really. My system was giving me issues.
Okay, yeah, understandable. So can someone just point out like one or two issues with the code, if there are two, if there are three? So yeah, someone. I hope you guys can see the code on the screen. So if you think there's like any issue, you can just point it out. Okay, I think everyone is scared of speaking or something. Yeah, so yeah, go on, Joseph, go on.
I think the print line here it would just print everything in the braces. It will just print the area of a circle with radius dollar sign radius is dollar sign area of a circle and just print it out like that.
Fuck, sorry.
Okay,
Yes.
calm down, Emmanuel. Um, so any other person with another can see like any issue in the code? Okay. So actually the code looks good. Everything works except the only issue is your your second line where you have like var radius read line, then you have like the two exclamation mark which kind of like enforces nullability. Then the main issue is where you called to double, right? So in that place, to double is actually a function, or you can call it maybe a method or a function, the same thing. So it's actually a function, but you are not calling it with the closing braces, like the brackets after the function. If you are calling a function, there's like a bracket after it. So it's to double, then the two brackets. That is
Okay.
the only issue with the code actually. So for the print line, unlike other programming languages, I think JavaScript actually supports this. You can actually embed variables inside of your string.
Mhm.
You can embed variables inside of your string using the dollar sign, or if you want to embed, let's say embed an expression, you could use the dollar sign with two opening brackets. I think we discussed about that in the last session. So yeah, the place where you had an issue is where you call to double. You need to add the two brackets, the open and closing brackets, to actually make that code run. So something I wanted to ask you about again would have been the two exclamation mark. Why did you use it and what is it for?
Uh, I think it is for not no, then the dot. Yes, that is what I think it is for. Yes.
Okay, yeah. So the two exclamation mark is used to like enforce no safety. Like if that code is null, um your app will actually crash, right? if
Yes.
if it's null, your app will crash. So it's kind of forces it. So you're just basically saying this thing cannot be null. So if it is null, crash instead. So that is great. That is great. Great work. So any other person wants to present their assignments? Yeah, Chinaza, you can go on.
I want to share my screen.
Okay, nice. You can do that.
Okay. Yeah. Can you see my screen?
Yeah, we can see your screen. I can see it. I can see your screen. Can you once you're going to share your screen, can you like put it in landscape mode? You can enable auto rotation and put it in landscape mode so it's more eligible. Chinaza, are you there? Can you guys still hear me? Hello?
I can hear
We
you.
can hear you.
Okay, cool. So I think Chinaza is frozen and it's not from my end. Omolara, you're raising up your hand. Do you want to ask a question or share your assignment?
Okay. Okay, let me present my screen.
Okay, cool.
Please wait.
Sorry, I think my network disconnected. Can I still go on?
Yeah. I think Omolara is about to share hers. So after she's
Okay.
done, then you can
Sorry.
try it.
Okay, can you all see my screen?
Yeah, I can see your screen.
Okay. So this is the assignment. This is the main function. Inside the main function is the entry point for any Kotlin program.
Mm-hmm.
So I added a print line statement here to print like the heading, to calculate the area, so where the user will input the the radius.
Okay.
So then I created a variable radius, then the read line to read the user's input, and I converted it to double.
Okay.
So I created another variable called area. Then this part is a library. It's a Kotlin math library. Then
Okay.
and to find the radius of the area of the circle is pi r square. So I had to like double the radius to get the square.
Okay.
So is like another variable called formatted norm, and I used it to format the answer here, the area, like the area of the circle. So instead of it to be like a long number, so I had to format it to two significant figure by using the string dot format method. I
Mm-hmm.
passed in the string I want and the area. So then I put this print line is just like an empty line to have space in between. So we can just
Okay.
combine everything. Then another print line statement here. Then I use the interpolation sign to put to get this area, and I rounded it, and I use rounded to two significant figure. Then this
Okay.
is the other one. So I try to run it now. So let's say 5. So this is the results. That's it.
Mm. Yeah, this is nice. This is brilliant. Um, yeah, this is really impressive, and the fact that you decided to round it off to two significant figure is also very nice. Like you're using more Kotlin functions. So can you go back to the code? Can you reshare screen?
Oh, okay.
So yeah, since you're already using the math library,
Okay.
my device is icon. So instead of doing radius and radius, I think something you could have done, which is like not totally necessary, but you could just have also done like there's a function inside of the math library called um power. That's like POW. So you could do math dots, then you can see like the different mathematical functions that are available to you, and you could use it to do this square stuff. But like I said, it's
Okay.
not necessary, but it's something that you could do to make your code a bit clearer. Let's say you have a longer expression and you have this in between, so there might be issues even identifying what this is actually doing, right? So yeah, like I said, kudos. It's really nice.
Thank you very much. Clear?
Shaza, can you try sharing
Yeah.
your screen again? Okay.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. So before like you went off, I asked that you put your screen in landscape if it's possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
See my screen now.
Yeah, I can see your screen.
Okay. So I first imported the Java package, a Java math rounding mode package, and then I
Okay.
imported the Kotlin math 5 package. Then there's my main function. Then inside it, I ask the user to enter the radius. Then
Okay.
I didn't create a variable because I'm just asking the user for one input. So I print line
Okay.
the area of the circle. Then I call this string. Then I
Okay.
called the pi and I casted it to decimal, to big decimal. Big decimal is, well, I would call it a better way than double because it gives us accurate results. Because sometimes when you want to calculate big, large numbers, like if the user wants to calculate the area of a very like large, the radius of the large area of the circle,
Circle.
big
Yeah.
decimal first, then times read line. I call the read line inside this string. It has to have a curly bracket because inside the curly bracket we can write little codes inside. I'm not written big code inside before, but yeah, then I call the read line, then I casted it to big decimal, then I call the dots power to 2, that's raised to power 2. It only works for doubles, floats, and big decimals. Then I set scale. The setting scale is setting the how I want to round it, like after the decimal point. So I set it to 2. That's to 2 decimal places. So
Okay.
rounding mode dot half even. There are different rounding modes. There's ceiling, there's half odd, there's half even. This half even, what it does, it rounds it, but according to the number on the left, that's before the decimal point. If it's odd, it rounds it up. If
Mm-hmm.
it's even, it rounds it down. So that's it.
Yeah. So like this is particularly very interesting, right? And for one reason why it's really interesting is because like some of the things you're doing, you did in the code, for me particularly, some of them are quite new. So I want to ask because I'm not entirely certain. Have you tried running this code and did it run?
Yes.
It ran. Wow.
Yeah.
That's really nice. I would like us, because I'm just some of these things that you did here, the syntax that you used. Um, like I said, it's quite, will I say, strange, right? But Kotlin is a very flexible language, and I think this is really nice what you did. And if the code runs, that is beautiful. And if it's possible, we could actually try to run this code now and see how it performs. And I think if it does, this will also explain like the amount of flexibility that you have with Kotlin and the functions that you have, right, that you can use and interact with.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this is
this
my phone.
Yeah, no, no. We could, I could share my screen and open
Okay.
the GitHub Rebel and try to run it. So like I said, this is really like this is beautiful. Um, but yeah, another thing you need to take note of while writing code, I know this is like a basic assignment, is you should make your code as readable as possible. If someone is coming to this code, it will even be hard to instantly figure out if the code even runs, because they are
Oh,
just two print line statements. They are basically two output statements, and I don't see an input except inside of the output statement, which
the
is
read
quite,
line.
yeah.
Because the read line is in the next line, you will automatically be entering your input in the next line, even though it's inside the print line statement here.
Yeah, I can imagine that. So, but what I'm saying is, it's best to keep your code like really clear, that once someone is looking at it, you can understand. I know you wanted to minimize the lines, the number of lines that you wrote, which is quite brilliant too, right? So this is really beautiful. This is really beautiful. I like it. Um, yeah, I think we could try to, open your repo and try to, run that code and see how it works, right? So that's
Okay,
great. Nice work, Chinaza.
thank you.
Uh, yeah. So Soji wrote to me. Who's going next? Okay. Soji,
I
you
don't know
can
if
go.
you can hear me.
You said?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay. Yes. Yeah, let me just share my screen. Window. So this is the code actually.
Okay. Yeah, can you just like go through it for us?
So the first thinking here is just to show that it calculates the area of the cycle.
Okay.
Then in the second line, it takes the input of the radius and changes it to double. Then for the third line, I didn't know that I was supposed to import the Kotlin mass. This thing. I just used the whole this thing in calculation actually here, and it actually worked
Yeah.
to solve the area. And here is for the approximated area when you use the string format. Because I know that in C, you just put dot 2f in front of the percentage of this thing to bring out into decimal form. So I knew that there should be a way that Kotlin should be able to do that. So after browsing, I found that we use string format and almost similar to it. So after finding the approximated area, what are the area of the cycle of the radius? If you print out the area of the cycle of the radius input, then it give the area and the approximated area.
Okay.
So if I run the code, so like I enter the radius 5, gives the area of a cycle of radius 5.0 is 7.5398 continuous time, which is approximated to 78.54. So that is
Yeah, this is really nice too. So let me see. Can you bring down the window a bit? Okay, so okay, this is nice. This is nice. Let me see if there's so for the format, you are doing this to convert it to
this one.
yeah, I think this is quite like this is quite similar to what like I think was it yeah, Molara did. Yeah, this is quite brilliant too, right? So basically you guys seems like you guys have been doing Kotlin for like 10 years now. So everything looks really great, and yeah, I'm really like proud of you guys for the work you guys have put in.
Okay.
So yeah, I think right now there's just Rotimi left. Rotimi, would you like to present yours? So like I said, I will also be creating a form. I would like you guys to also, fill in your submission there again to properly track the different assignments. And based on the number of assignments you complete before the end of the boot camp, that will determine those that will actually get certified after the boot camp. So it's both attendance, and speaking of attendance, I've forgotten to share the attendance for today. Wrote me favor, if you're there, would you like to present yours?
Okay, I'll present them.
Yeah, cool.
I'm sharing my screen, presenting. Hmm. It's not sharing. I'm using my laptop, but it doesn't seem to.
Okay. Are you clicking the present now button?
Yes.
Okay. What is it showing you?
Say Chrome wants to share the contents of your screen with miss.google.com.
Yeah, you can accept it.
It's not like highlighting it to accept.
Are you using a MacBook or Windows?
I'm using Windows.
So if it shows you that like Chrome wants to, just click on the pop-up that comes up and then you click accept or yes. I'm not sure what's actually there.
It's showing share, but it's not like working.
Okay, yeah. Click. I think it should show you like multiple windows. Click on one of them.
Okay.
Click on one of them. Um, or if you see anywhere with entire screen, you can. Okay, cool. You've done it.
So okay. I'm using IntelliJ.
Okay.
Then this is my code. I imported the file before I did the main function, and so did print the radius of the circle, then value for radius double decimal point, so it's can take me value for the radius, then the formula for the area of a circle, pi times radius, then print the final line, the area of the circle is, yeah.
Yeah. This is really great too. Very concise and straightforward. So I just want to ask, why did you use to double after the read line? What's the purpose of that?
When I put when I did double equals to the read line and I removed that to double because that's where I wrote it at first, it was giving me errors.
Okay. Do you know why you were getting errors?
No.
Okay. Can you remove the to double again? Just remove that to double.
Okay.
Okay, now you get an error. So
Yes.
can you put your cursor on top of the read line? So if you can like read the error message there.
Let type mismatch required double found string.
Okay, can you like interpret that? Do you understand what it means?
No.
Okay. Can someone like explain why like she's getting an error, a compile time error, if she removes the to double that is there? Can someone explain that? You can just raise up your hand and unmute your mic. Yeah, Malara, go on, please.
Okay, so I think I know why we had to put the double there is because you want to like convert the user's input to a double, right? No.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that is correct. So are there anything you can also unmute your mic and speak?
I think read line gives string instead of double, and she already specified double in the for the type she gets.
Yeah, yeah. So like both of you are correct, and yeah, Darren, so what you said is like very correct. You already specified the type that the radius variable is going to be as double, and read line by default returns a string. So whatever input the user inputs from the like console, it will be a string. So if you don't cast it, it's actually called casting. You are casting it to double. So if you don't cast it to double, you get that warning because you are trying to assign a string to the data type of double. So that's just the reason. So yeah, I just wanted to, because I saw a lot of you using to double, to double, to double. So I didn't want it to be as if you guys just copied like what I did in the last session. where I used to double without understanding it. So I wanted to make sure you guys actually understood it and not just, yeah. So that is nice. I hope you get it now.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, that is great. So guys, you guys did really, really well, and that um, like this is really nice, and I'll still go through all of them. But if you have any question right now, you can ask before we kind of call it a day. That's almost be call it a night actually. That's almost been like 1 hour. If you have any question, and before we go, I didn't forget to still go over Joseph's. I have another meeting in a bit. We will still go over Joseph's code, and then we can look through it together and actually make it work. So Joseph, if you can share your screen, and if anyone has a question, please you can ask your question now. Joseph, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. You
Yeah,
said I
cool.
should share my screen.
Yeah, you can open your code again. So I've also sent like the attendance in the chat box. So if you can fill it. Oh well, you can't see it because you're just joining. I mean, you're just joining.
I know that, but like I've read to sit in my ordinary notes before. A lot of cash for.
I think I'm looking for a cash.
So
I don't think any cash for them, he said. So
yeah. So I mean, can you hear us?
Yes, I can. Yes, I can.
Yeah. So have you done your assignment?
Yes.
Yeah. So would you like to present it?
I'm actually in transit right now. I can't present. The service was bad, so that's why I couldn't join.
Okay, cool. So it's no problem at all. As far as, like I said, I will send a form for you guys to submit your assignment formally and specify the date and all of that, so it will be easy to collate. So I saw that most of you have already submitted in the group, which is great. So we just went through over everybody's assignments, and they just kind of walked us through, right? So Joseph, would you like to share your screen now?
Okay, sir. Sharing now.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, cool. So like I said, can you try to run the code? Try to run it. Click run. Android Studio takes a lot of time.
Okay.
Yeah, it's no problem. We'll just wait. But like I said, for just simple Kotlin stuff, it is best to use IntelliJ. Like if you just want to run Kotlin, if it's not Android related, if it's just Kotlin, IntelliJ is best for that, because you won't have to be, currently what we are doing is like you're building a Gradle, your Gradle is running and all of that happening in the background. Normally it should be faster. Yeah, so you're getting an error that is not even related. This error is unrelated to this file. Which run button did you click?
This one.
Okay, this error is not related to this file at all. This is an Android specific error. So can you copy this code and take it to IntelliJ. We created an IntelliJ project.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, please open the IntelliJ project. Yeah, click on the main.
Kotlin.
Then just create a new file. Yeah, the Kotlin
Oh.
file. No, Kotlin file. Kotlin class / file. Yeah, so you can call it anything and select file. Then you can paste your code in here. Yeah. So now you can click run at the top. Yeah. So hopefully this should be faster. This is quite slow too. Have you used this IntelliJ before?
Yes, I have.
Okay. So we just wait for it to build. I think this is like just, because it's code starting. So after the first run, the other runs should be pretty fast.
Okay.
That's why a lot of people like to do web development, because you don't have all these all these yeah, you don't have all this stress. Everything is just fast. You just run it, and then like there's no much stress. Yeah, so remove the package name, the one at the top. Remove the package name from it. Yeah, that package doesn't exist. Yeah. So just now click the run close to. Okay, you can just run the main function.
I think
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, now you can put your radius of the circle. You could put it in there. Yeah, and then it prints out the circle, the area, which is correct, right?
Yeah, it's correct.
But yeah, I asked that you kind of like explain why you did what you did, particularly in like the radius equals to read line, to double or null, and like all of that. So I wanted to know if like you actually understood what you did and why you used that.
Okay, while I was listening to others,
Yeah.
to double actually converts it to decimal to function that have decimal points. But
Okay.
to double or null, I actually did not understand better in your previous explanations. When you were explaining the null, I was a little bit busy at work then when you were explaining. So I left at that particular point. So I understand.
Yeah. So is there anyone here that would like to explain that line? The line where we have val equals to radius equals to read line, double or null, then we are using a weird sign, a weird question mark and a colon, and then we are doing a return. Is there anyone who would like to explain that? If you'd like to explain it to us, just raise up your hand, and then, or you just like to, give an idea as to what that line is actually doing. Anybody?
I think it's catching null or empty values.
Okay. Yeah, that's correct. But anybody else?
Okay. I think the read line, the read like line is a nullable. That's a nullable type, which is string. So that is why you have to put the question mark at the back of the read line. Then this Elvis operator, I don't really know what you use it for.
Okay, but you know the name. That's interesting.
Okay.
Okay. So anybody else? You can just unmute your mic and speak. Just like tell us what you know. I think we discussed this in the last session, so it shouldn't be like I expect you to know it. Okay, so nobody else. Yeah, Chinaza and Omalara were correct as to what's like the purpose of the to double does, right? So the read line is nullable, it returns a nullable string, and then you're using that safety call. The first question mark before you call the to double is a safety call, which means even if it is null, you can still call it, but then it will return a null. But what we actually want is the radius. We want a radius which contains a double. So when we did to double or null, we are saying if the read line returns a null, give us a null. But if it returns a value that is not null, convert it to double. And then the Elvis operator, what it actually does is it is saying if this to double or null returns a null value, then return from the main function, right? And this return statement just kind of breaks the program execution, which means if to double or null returns a null, the program will not execute past that line. So it will just break and then exit your code. So let's see if we can actually do that. So can you run the code again? Let's see if we can simulate a null value. Click run the code again. Okay, just click enter without imputing anything. Click enter.
Okay.
So if you notice, the application just stopped, right? Without even, it didn't crash or anything, it just stopped. If you notice, right? So if go back to your code now, remove the first question mark and put 2 exclamation marks. Yeah. So now run the code again. So now just click without imputing anything, just click enter. Okay, so the execution still stops without even like exhibiting a crash. It wasn't what I was expecting. Yeah, but at the bottom line, this return statement right here is actually being called, which kind of just returns from the program. If you notice, the other print line was not displayed because the execution didn't get to that point. So at this point where it was null, it just returned the from the main function, which prevented this next line from actually executing. So yeah, that is like the basic explanation of what that line does. So you first of all cast to double or null, which means if the read line is null, to double or null, we also return a null, and then use the LVS operator to check if it is returning a null, and then you return from the entire function. Just break the execution flow from the main function. So yeah, that is what it does. That is basically it. And if you need, like, if you have any questions, please, you can ask at this point. We've already spent 1 hour, so we could just, end the discussion session for today. So if you have any questions, you can ask. Any question, guys? Yeah, someone is trying to join when the session is literally over. Yeah, so guys, since there's no question, I think we can call it a night, right? And we can end it here today. Yeah, so guys, are we good? I need like 3 people to confirm. Are we good? Waiting for confirmation. Are we good? Can we end the session?
I'm good.
Yes, we are good.
Okay.
Yes,
One person. Okay, cool. So I guess we can call it a 9. Thank you very much, guys, for showing up. Like I said, I'll send that form. Please, if I don't send it by tomorrow noon, please remind me. I might have forgotten, but I'll probably not forget. So I would send the form so you guys can fill in your assignments and, just to keep track of that. So thank you very much, guys. You guys did really well with this assignment. You guys, exhibited different kind of code, and like Chinaza's one was particularly interesting, and I like to see stuff like that because we all get to learn new things. And like I said, this is a discussion. What we are hoping for is every Saturday we come here and discuss about what we've learned and discuss about our assignment like this, and we could learn new things along the way. So I also want you guys to be more engaging, ask more questions. But I guess this was like, we are still at the basics, so there's no much questions to ask right now. But yeah, moving forward, I would like to, get more questions and we have a general discussion. And thank you very much, guys, for your contribution to today's discussion. And yeah, see you guys next week.